Hey Drew, it's Bill here, and today I'm here with my Season 2 review, and I'm going to be doing the Season 2 awards as well in this video. Right, to start off the review, we're going to look at the table. I finished 8th. I did want to get into the playoffs, but it's not the end of the world that I didn't make it. We've always got next season, and I'm sure I'll do well next season. 70 points out of 46 games is still pretty good. Highest scorers in the league, but I'm pretty sure I was also the highest conceders in the league, if I have a look. Okay, I wasn't the highest conceders in the league. Leyton Orient conceded the same and Swindon conceded 4 more. But I think it's down to the sliders that I've scored a lot and conceded a lot. But in the end, I probably got a realistic goal difference and a realistic amount of wins, draws and losses. So I think the results in the end up realistic, just with lots of goals in them. So it makes for better entertainment in the end. Barnsley and Luton get promoted, and one of them teams in the playoffs got promoted. I'll have a look who that is now. And Hull were the other teams to get promoted, beating Blackpool 4-1 in the playoff final. And next season, we will be playing Sunderland, Wycombe and Coventry as they all got relegated. Ideally, I would have preferred Portsmouth to be relegated because I quite want to play at Fratton Park, but they survived on goal difference. And I also would have liked Ipswich to be relegated because I'm an Norwich fan, and seeing them relegated would have always been nice, but they survived by 3 points. We will also be playing Plymouth, Mansfield, Gillingham, and one of Accrington, Stanley, Cheltenham, Bolton or Newport coming up from League 2. And we won't be playing Swindon, Leyton Orient, Fleetwood or MK Dons, who have all been relegated. The MK Dons getting relegated by 1 goal on goal difference. Unfortunate there that they've been relegated and Burton have stayed up, but fortunate for Burton. Look at the squad now. Highest appearance maker, Barbarous, not a surprise. I'm pretty sure he played every game in goal. 8 clean sheets as well, which is pretty decent. It's not a surprise to see players like Freese, Roy Mazura, Court, Hargest, Barcola, McKinnon, all up there with a lot of performances. Pavlov, Kostas, Cordal as well. They're sort of like the spine of the team. Then for Kera and Dawoodi, a few less performances because Dawoodi got injured towards the end of the season, so he played less. And for Kera was more replaceable with Rude, who made a lot of appearances as well. Then sort of the backup brigade here, Teehee, Conway, Roberts, Marbe, all making double figures but in the 10s. Then Bosniak, Hasegawa, Broyne, Connor, Daly and Cochrane all making single figures of appearances. But Hasegawa did come in late in the season, so he probably would have made more had he come in earlier in the season. Then a bunch of players here who didn't make a single appearance, but some of these are players from the Youth Academy I'm not ready to use yet, and some ones I've just signed. And Jones is the real player, so I wasn't going to play him. Unsurprisingly, our top scorer is Lewis McKinnon, 33 goals in all, 29 in the league, 3 in the Papa John's Trophy and 1 in the Emirates FA Cup. Hargest got 17, Freese got 15, Vaquero got 12. Then a few players with single figures. Rude and Roberts, couple of players from the second team getting a few goals there. Roberts 5 and 14, that's not too bad considering his overall. Barcola getting 4, Roy Mazura and Dawoodi getting a couple of goals between them from fullback. Then Hasegawa getting a couple as well, and that's all the goal scorers. Highest assist maker was Curtis Hargest, and it's no surprise to see Freese at the second highest assist maker. Getting crosses in from the wings was quite a useful tactic, to be honest, to get quite a lot of goals. I'm sure a lot of Hargest assists came from crossing it to Freese. Vaquero getting 13 as well. I'm sure a lot of them were slipped through to McKinnon to finish. And McKinnon getting 13 assists as well, which I'm sure with the other way going to Vaquero. Roy Mazura getting quite a few assists from fullback, we should expect because he has an 80-ish crossing stat and he is the highest rated player in the team, I think, or he was definitely at the start of the season. Rude getting 8 as well, which is decent considering he mainly featured off the bench, although 4 of those were in the Papa John's Trophy, which games he was more likely to start. Barcola getting 6 as well from defensive midfield, and then a few other players getting low single figures. Would have expected Dawoodi maybe to get a couple more from fullback, so hopefully he can improve on that next season. And then the clean sheets, they're not really too important because it's only really the keeper and defenders which matter for them. But Barbarous getting 8, Court and Roy Mazura contributing to 8, Pavlov to 7, and then Dawoodi gets 6. I'm not going to be able to see this stat for all competitions, just the league, but this is the average ratings of the players. No surprise, McKinnon comes in top with an average of a 7.7 over 46 games with 29 goals, 13 assists, 42 goal contributions in 46 appearances. That's very good. Hargest got a 76 as well, not a surprise, he had a good season. I'm surprised Barcola's rating as high as it is because he seemed to perform poorly for me at times this season. Carries is high, which isn't a surprise, and then rounding out the 70s from our first team players, Freese and Kostas Cordal both getting a 71. And now we've looked at all the players' stats, I'm going to give my 5 top players of the season. And coming in at 5th place here is Mohamed Dawoodi. This might be a bit of a surprise to a lot of people, but I quite like him. Not the highest rating as you'll see, but I really like Dawoodi. And his goals and assists weren't that high either, but he's a good option down that right hand side. He links up well with Freese. He's pretty good defensively, and I think he's good going forward. Maybe doesn't get a lot of assists, but he's probably laying those balls off to other players to then get them assists when he doesn't get them. So I think 5th, Mohamed Dawoodi, which is probably a surprise for a lot of people. Coming in at 4th place will be less of a surprise, and that's Sergio Vaquero. The lowest rated player at the start of the season, and still the lowest rated player in the team, but he has improved a lot over the season. Managed 12 goals, 13 assists in 45 games in the league, which is very good, I think. And his link up with McKinnon was crucial this season, and part of the reason why McKinnon got so many goals. And part of the reason why Vaquero got so many goals as well. Coming in at 3rd place is Costas Cordal, which might again be a little bit of a surprise, but this is a very solid player right here. I've been training up his stats so that he's basically just incredibly solid defensively, and it's worked because I always like to have one very solid defensive midfielder and then one defensive midfielder who is still decent there, but is better going forward, and that's Barcola. Because that's Cordal is that solid defensive midfielder that I need and just sits back and just does the defending in the midfield, just breaks up the play well. And I think I've got the need for this player from watching Alex Tettey play for Norwich, because I just like that player who does that job, just breaks up the play and then just lays it off to more creative players to do the attacking work. So Costas Cordal coming in 3rd. And coming in 2nd here was Curtis Hargest. I really like this guy. He had a really good season and he suits my play style well, I think. He's quick, he can really get down the wing, he can cut inside plays. I think he's got a 5-star weak foot, so he can come inside or he can go on the outside. Can play balls across, and of course, he can finish from his speciality position. We all know about that. Many of his 17 goals probably came from that position because he just always seems to finish from that position. I think I had a couple of episodes where he just missed all his shots from that position, but other than that, you'd bet your house that he'll score from that position once he gets in it. So that's Hargest coming in at 2nd. And I don't think this will be a surprise to anyone. Lewis McKinnon comes top of my player of the season. 29 goals, top goal scorer in League One, 13 assists, 42 goal contributions. I don't think you can understate that. That is incredible from this man. And he started off the season quite low rated, but I've trained him up a lot. I was training him first as a mobile striker because I just needed his dribbling and his pace to go up a bit. But once I got to a high enough level, I put him as a target man, and he's only improved since then. He's got a lot better since I've done that because his finishing's going up, his heading's going up, he's got stronger. So McKinnon's only improving, and he's going to be my starting striker for a while to come, I think. That's McKinnon, first in my player of the season. And you're probably surprised that Henrik Friis has been omitted from the top 5 players of the season. He probably comes in 6th, to be honest, but for me, he's just had a disappointing season. 10 goals and 15 assists in 46 games. It's still a good return, but it's not as good as Hargest, and I think I look to Hargest as my benchmark for the winger. Friis, I think I preferred him last season, but this season Hargest has just been a lot better. Friis has still been really good, don't get me wrong. Still really like him, still a really good player, but he's just disappointed me a little bit. And now we've got my top 3 goals of the season, and coming in first is Lewis McKinnon against Blackpool with a strike from the edge of the box. You're going to have to shoot from the edge of the box, but McKinnon has put it into the top corner. What a goal from McKinnon. That's his first goal since the opening day of the season. And what a way to break your goal drought. That is a brilliant goal from McKinnon there. And coming in at 2nd place here is a very similar goal from Lewis McKinnon, but more difficult, on the turn, and under more pressure from the defender, so this comes in 2nd. McKinnon here, going to take one touch round the defender, have the shot! What a finish from McKinnon! He did it in the last episode from the edge of the box, and he's done it again. Probably a bit further out, probably a harder chance, and probably a better finish into the top corner. Lewis McKinnon does it again. And coming in at 1st place is an absolute screamer from Henrik Friis. It's one of the best goals I've ever scored on FIFA, and you can tell by my reaction that I was really surprised and shocked that this went in, and you can tell it is an incredible goal. So at 1st place is Henrik Friis. Friis got the ball here, distance out, so I'm just going to hit a shot with him. What a shot from Friis! What a goal! I did not expect that at all. I just had the ball a distance out and I thought, why not have a go? And what a go from Friis. I know it's not bought us an equaliser or anything, but what a shot from Friis. We better get back in this game now after that, because after this goal, we do not deserve to be behind in this game after a goal like that. That goal deserves a result from this game. Right, that's the end of this video. That was the Season 2 review and Season 2 awards. My next video will be the start of Season 3. Hopefully doing some transfers. Probably won't play a game, but hopefully doing some transfers, improve the team a little bit. So, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you don't want to miss the start of Season 3, subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.